Hi guys. Hey. So it's me, Passions Mosaic. Lord have mercy. It really has been a very long time. And so for that reason I decided to do a vlog update only because I know you guys are tired of me saying like, oh my gosh, it's been so long, I'm back and I'm gonna do all this stuff and then kaput. So the last time that I did one of these things, right, I told you guys that there was a new video that was going to be released that was for the poem No Greater Love, which that is still in editing technically. Sorry guys. And I also told you guys about the book and the album and the tour and everything that was gonna be coming up. A few of those things, because I believe in transparency, of course, have fallen through. There wasn't any tour. The tour that I was going to do at F2 Productions, that didn't quite work out. The organization was still doing things, but that particular event wasn't going to go through anymore. The book and the album, still a work in progress. I started a new job back in October of last year, and it was a lot different from the job that it is a lot different from the job that I had previously, where I was working, with the juvenile justice system. I work for Harlem Children's Zone, and I love it. I do love it. It's just, it can be very demanding sometimes. So even as a part-time worker, feel like I'm a full-time worker half the time, but either way, so just really making sure that I get myself completely situated, and that was a big reason why a lot of things like the recording of the album had to be put on hold, because it would have required me to travel all the way to Queens to do my recordings and to meet with the producer and stuff like that. And as we know, Alicia still hasn't gotten her license yet. No, I'm still on the MTA. That's my life. That Metro card. That's my license. That's my pass to go anywhere. And so, I think that at this point in time that I'm a little bit more stable and I can situate my schedule to start doing the recordings. So I'm not gonna put a date out or anything like that, but I'm gonna say that the album is not off the table. But what will be coming to you guys sooner than the album will be some Passions Mosaic merchandise, I guess you could say, t-shirts and bags. So for those of you who just like me and who like my poetry and would like a t-shirt and a bag, you can start having a t-shirt and a bag, and of course it'll have a business card in it, so you can tell all your friends and anyone you ever come into contact with that, oh look, there's this poet girl, her name is Passions Mosaic, and she's pretty cool and her work is pretty hot. So you guys can do that for me as well. So that'll be up on the blog spot sooner than later. And besides that, I am back on the blog. Can I just say that? I'm back on the blog because I realized that my iPhone, my wonderful iPhone, as some of you guys know, I was like Team BlackBerry till the day I died. I'm now a iPhone user. I don't think you could see it, but I think, yeah, the light is too bright, but that's my logo there, whatever. Anyway, I'm team iPhone now, and it's so functional. It's ridiculously functional. First of all, I knew about this, but I didn't really jump on it. But I realized that I can just do my blog from my phone, and it's easier than doing it on the internet, like on a computer. So now I'm gonna be blogging from my phone. So now there won't be any. My laptop did die on me like 2-3 months ago anyway, so that just really put my life into shambles. But either way, I can blog from my phone now, so there will be a lot more. I can update all the pages from my phone. I can update the video page, the picture page, the what's coming next page, the bio page, the home page. I can update everything, so I have no excuse anymore. So you guys will be hearing from me a little bit more. So please go to the website and support it and do things and read and comment and tell your friends and share it through email with other people, because I realized I googled myself the other day, and I can't remember exactly why I googled. Oh, I saw something that said Passions Mosaic on it, and I almost flipped out because I'm like, whoa, I've never seen Passions Mosaic anywhere in the world before. And it was just like a little header on something. I don't think it was really, it's not like the name of a business or anything like that. So I googled myself to see what else would come up. Like, obviously when I do Google images, I'm the main thing that comes up for Passions Mosaic, my logo, my poems, pictures of me performing, and blah 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 blah. And then when I do the web search, it's mostly like linking to my YouTube or to my website and stuff like that. But all the way down at the end of the first page, I saw that another website had featured me, like my poem on their page, the HIV poem, which is like, you know, I don't have HIV. For those of you who it's your first time, like interacting with me here, I don't have HIV, but I wrote back in about like 2008. I think it was maybe the fall of 2008. No, maybe it's fall of 2007. Whenever I started writing poetry, it was like when the first couple of months where I started doing spoken word, and someone asked me very nicely to write a poem for an HIV/AIDS awareness event. So I was writing, couldn't get anything. You can see the book now. Like I wrote like a million different poems, didn't use them. On the cab ride to the event, I started writing, and the poem that you see on the website is what came out of it. This story of a woman who was engaged and finds out that she has HIV because her fiance passed it on to her, because her fiance, you know, was still a man, but he decided that he was going to hold on to the fact that he likes to sleep with men on the side, and that was not her business. So the poem came out of that. And I know a lot of people, because I never do a disclaimer, and I don't necessarily feel the need to do a disclaimer, but a lot of people sometimes think like, oh man, you're so brave. How do you do it? Like, thank you guys, but I don't have HIV, and I'm not saying anything about people who do have HIV. I'm just saying that I don't, so don't spread that rumor. Anyway, so HIV, yeah, that poem was featured on another website, and it was cool. I mean, I would have been a little bit more happy if I knew exactly about it. I think the guy did email me, or maybe because the name seemed so familiar when I saw the name that was tagged under the post. But it was cool, and it was exciting, and it was fun. And I contacted them, and I spoke to them about it, and I'm like, oh, you know what? Thank you for the exposure and for the feature. You know, the Darren guy, he didn't necessarily 100% like let me know exactly what was going on. So that has been cool, and so that was one thing that really touched my heart. I have still been performing. I performed at the United Nations. They had their youth professionalism group that one of my friends from college, Adesua Anabulele, she is a part of that, and she allowed me to come and speak at an amazing event, a benefit gala that they had, and it was nothing short of amazing. And I got to meet some really amazing people. I got to I think I met was one of the assembly women, and she asked me for a copy of the poems. I emailed her a copy of the poem. No, an ambassador, and I emailed a copy of the poem, and it was great stuff. I was excited. I've performed at a Christian Club Judah, for another friend from college that she contacted me. Mike Jeffner, I performed at his open mic because I finally said I have to do it. I've done New Eurekan and Bowery and everything else, so I have to go to Mike Jeffner's Inspired Word, and I went there and I did an open mic there, and it was received well, and it was good. I did my annual Natural Hair Meetup event back in July with I Love My Fro, Harmony Night, and this year she collaborated with Amena Hair Studios, and it was amazing. Like, had a great time. I, at the last minute, changed the poem that I was going to do, and I wrote something like literally like the night before, because there was a poem bubbling up inside of me. So I put it out on paper, and I hate performing with a book in my hand. Like, you'll almost never see it unless it has to be done. And I did it, and I loved it. The audience loved it. They connected with it so well. I mean, they just connected with it so well, and I connected with it so well that it was good. So you guys will be seeing that new poem sooner than later. It's called My Hair Talks Back. Ooh. So it's called My Hair Talks Back, and so you guys will be seeing and hearing a little bit of that soon. Sorry, I'm itching because it's summertime, and I have maybe at this point in time 13 mosquito bites, and I've been home for most of the week. So sitting in my backyard, I've gotten like 13 mosquito bites. But anyway, so I did that, and it was amazing, and I'm really excited just to keep producing and to keep writing, and I'm definitely going to be moving more in the direction of doing my Christian poetry, because I do have enough of I love awareness poems, and as anytime a cause comes up I'm the first one to write for it. But I'm gonna be doing, because as a Christian and a very proud Christian, y'all already know I'm not afraid to say it, I'm a Jesus freak. I don't really have as much Christian material, and I think it's mostly because a lot of the poems that I have written and perform are very specific. I rarely just write a poem and perform it. Usually it's someone asks me to perform and I write a poem. And then I do the poem. In the very, very beginning, those first couple of poems were, oh, me sitting in a room and whatever came out, came out. But then after that, I promise you, every time like I had a chance to write, it was because someone was asking me to write. Oh, I'm doing a date rape workshop. I'm doing HIV AIDS. I'm doing African American heritage thing. I'm doing a Women's Day thing. It's always been like a very specific request, and so I've had the privilege of writing for very specific requests, and so that's taken up a lot of it, and everything else on this side, I hold on to it until I feel like it's the time for it to be revealed. So My Hair Talks Back is going to be the newest single, I guess, coming to you guys, and the next video will hopefully be No Greater Love. And I hope that you guys just continue to support and to show me all the love that you have in all these years, because I'm not going anywhere. I really am not going anywhere. I seem like I'm fading out, but I'm not going anywhere. I'm still here because I know that God has given me the gift of words, and I truly do. Whoa, what's going on? Nobody's going to tell me that my hair looks kind of crazy right there. God has given me the gift of words, and I'm going to use that to his honor and to his glory, and I'm going to continue to be a voice that speaks on behalf of those who may not be in a position to speak on some of the things that they're feeling or know how to say the things that they're feeling. And that's what it's always been about, is connecting with humans and sharing in the tragedy that is the human experience. That's really all it's been about. But I really just was moved, and I felt like I needed to get to you guys, and so I'm just gonna do a few quick shout outs. I'm gonna continue to shout out my manager, Alexandra Simone, whether she likes to or not. She's like in it till the day that she dies. Like, she's gonna always have to be my manager. Alexandria Simone, and my cousin Miss Mahogany. Congratulations on them. They're starting a new chapter of their friendship, and I'm so excited for them, and I will be seeing them next week to celebrate in that joy. So congratulations to you ladies on that. And of course, shout outs to I Love My Fro and Imena Studios. Imena, clearly, as you can see, I need to come and work some things out with you. Coming soon. And just every supporter, every fan, anyone who has ever listened to one of my poems and thought like, wow, she hit it right there on the head. Like, that moved me, that touched me. I can relate. I believe it. That was powerful. Anyone who has ever said or thought any of those little things, I thank you for your support, and I hope that you continue to support, because I just want to give it out. If I have it, then I just want to give it out. I just want you guys to be able to share in that experience. Okay, so it's 13 minutes and 50, 51, 52 seconds. So I'm going to let you guys go now, because as you know, I'm very long-winded. Bye, guys.